everybody, it's Lisa Moore, your instructor for English 101 this summer, coming to you straight from my kitchen. We have wrapped up a number of activities where you've been exploring personal freedoms and chatting with each other about those. I just wanted to cover a few points about things I'm seeing within your development of ideas and MLA style, and we'll finish by talking about the essay that you're doing to finish out this module. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the Bill of Rights. A number of you are talking about freedom of speech. So freedom of speech is not a vague general thing. Freedom of speech is a very specific freedom given to Americans in the First Amendment in the Bill of Rights. So let's take a look at that. Amendment 1, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So there's a bunch of freedoms within the First Amendment that we talk about all the time. If you're talking about freedom of speech, what the First Amendment says, or what we mean when we say freedom of speech, capital F, capital S, is that the government cannot stop you from saying what you want or expressing yourself or having a speech act, like a piece of art or performance art. The freedom of speech does not mean that you have any right to not hear the opinions of others. If you stand up and you say something about, I think that poodles are the best dog in the world, and you go on this big campaign, you may be attacked by Chihuahua lovers from all over, and they may say horrible, mean things to you. And that is uncomfortable, but that is their freedom of speech. So the only way our freedom of speech is being infringed upon is if people are being jailed, censured, their art is being restricted by the government. So when they say Congress, they mean House and Senate, or executive branch. So I just want you guys to be clear about what we're talking about when you talk about freedom of speech. If you want to write about freedom of speech, it's a hard argument to make that you shouldn't have to listen to the opinions of others, even if you don't like them, because freedom of speech works both ways. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand freedom of speech is not some just nebulous thing. It's a specific First Amendment Bill of Rights. And I'm asking everybody to review that. Okay. So here's just a little button that tells you this, what I basically just said, that everybody gets to use their First Amendment rights, even if they're saying things that you may not want to hear. Okay, next up we're going to talk about MLA style. So I'm going to take you to a page from the OWL at Purdue University, the online writing lab, and we're going to look at MLA style really quickly. Okay, if you go to Purdue University's online writing lab, or the OWL, and you type in MLA sample paper, you can see a great example of MLA style. So when I ask you to submit your work in MLA style, here's what I'm asking for. A proper heading, your name, my name, the class, English 101, and the date. The date should be formatted like this. You don't skip an extra space here. This is your title, centered. All of your paragraphs are double spaced, and at the beginning of the paragraph you indent. So I don't want to see internet block style quoting. If you're up for the challenge, your last name and the first page number, the page number should appear on in the upper right hand corner, if you could swing it. I'm not as concerned about that at this stage, especially in small assignments, but headings, titles, double spaced, indented paragraphs, that's the sort of thing I am concerned about. Okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about the Module 1 essay, which is a comparison contrast essay. You've been gearing up for this essay throughout the module. Okay, once you've determined your topic, purpose, and audience for the essay, you need to compare and contrast your freedom over time by looking at how your freedom has used to look compared to how it looks today. You want to show the reader why the personal freedom is in danger without writing strictly argumentatively, and show why the personal freedom matters. Reflect on the handout in the video about compare and contrast to help you write your essay. So take your freedom, or if the freedom you've chosen isn't working for you anymore, choose a new freedom, and you're going to examine how it once was, how it is today, to make the greater argument that this freedom is in danger. So you're kind of wanting to show a change over time. And I would encourage you to use some light research, some statistics, some evidence, maybe some stories of things that have happened. and we could talk about how to cite those. Essay requirements. This must be a comparison and contrast essay. You do have some lessons talking to you about what comparison contrast looks like. The essay must be written in the third person, so no first person, no second person. Many of you have been writing in first and second person throughout this module, but when we get to the final essays of each module, you need to write in an academic voice, which means he, she, they, one, a person, Americans, students, etc. No you, no I. And if you do write in first or second person, you run the risk of me kicking the essay back to you and asking you to revise it. You must compare and contrast the past and present of a personal freedom or issue. You must show the importance of the personal freedom chosen. Your essay must be 2 to 3 pages long. Yes, I will check your word count. So if it's not at least 700 words long, I'm not going to accept it. You must use MLA format. And when you click in the assignment at the end of Module 1, you can view this link, which takes you to an example document. You could also view the rubric that I'll be using to score the paper. So if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. If you're uncomfortable with the freedom that you've chosen at this time, or you think it's really hard to argue it, feel free to, you've gotten the practice in, choose one that you do feel comfortable with. Message me if you want to talk about it, shoot me some examples, shoot me your thesis statement, whatever. Okay, I hope you all have had a great week and that you will have a busy but fun and intellectually stimulating weekend. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.